Yeah, man. That's what I am. I'm heavy and hot. I'm not hot and heavy. I'm heavy and hot.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the show. If you want to check us out on all of our social media platforms, check us out on Twitter at Tinfoil Hat Cast.
On Instagram at Tinfoil Hat Pod.
You can find us on Reddit. It's reddit.com/r/tinfoil hat show. Or allcomedyt-shirts.com.
If you have any suggestions for future guests or topics, go ahead and email us at tinfoilhatpod@gmail.com.
Tinfoil hat.
Reptile people everywhere.
Tinfoil hat.
Hey, man, where's the
man.
truth there, dog?
Tinfoil hat.
Oh, what the fuck are you guys even talking about?
Dude, that guy was fucking cooped out, man.
Creeper gonna creep, dog.
Are you ready to get your mind blown?
Revolution will be podcasted.
Is that a go, dude? Is that the end of that remix? Man, it just feels like you got on some acid and you just went with it. You're like, I want to do 8 different forms of music into one fucking song.
You ever buy that cold brew Starbucks at the store?
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm only going to have like one.
That you know
one
you were
entire
there.
container.
You're an alternative DJ. That's what that was.
That was alt Deej.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna put this song and with this song we're gonna bang these songs together.
DJ Buddy said it's a soundscape that I'm creating. So there we go.
I like that. You're going deep. Welcome to Tinfoil Hat. We're very excited to be back in the studio. We were gone for a week, and it made me sad. I missed you, Ryan, and your fucking golden locks.
Yeah.
Your redheaded locks.
Hey, man.
That's just women just go gaga for.
What are you going to do when I shave it all off here, like in 5 months?
I'm going to think, oh, dude, he's about to assassinate somebody. That's what I'm going to think, right?
I know. When you start shaving off your head, you got to almost go with the eyebrows moment. You have like the wall moment where you're staring in the skin. You just want to,
You know what? I'm convinced there's one sign that I know you do hard drugs is when you have the eyebrow ring. The eyebrow ring says, I love crack and meth and fucking Vicodins. That's what that says. And everybody in Vegas is just rocking the eyebrow ring.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
You came back from the AVNs. How was that?
I feel like I have AIDS. You ever been to Vegas for a week?
No.
You get that Vegas AIDS? You're like, oh, God, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. It's just too much air conditioning, too much buffets. And the club that I play is great. It's the LA Comedy Club. It's so much fun to play. But, man, I don't want to talk bad about the hotel, but they purposely slow your internet down so slow that you can't even do business. I'm like, you're hurting business, man. I couldn't upload anything. I couldn't upload YouTube videos, a podcast, anything. It was driving me nuts, man. Real quick, dates out the gates, and I'll bring in our guest. I'm going to be I have a big show Thursday night at the Comedy Store. It is Comedy Chaos. We call it the Breakfast Club because it's a 7 o'clock show. We have Dr. Ken. We have Joey Diaz, Mark Maron, Brandon Walsh. Who else I am? We have Kate Quigley. That's an awesome killer lineup. $20. It will sell out. And then I'm putting together some tinfoil hats I got to tell you about. Ooh. They want us to bring it out in Vegas. So that's a lot of stuff going on. And we're supposed to have a new T-shirt coming out on the T-shirt thing at All Comedy T-shirts. And the Patreon has been on fire. We interviewed Chad and TJ, and it was one of the funniest things we've ever done.
It was a good one.
And that's the business. Joining us in studio, a wonderful human being. You've seen her on, was it Girl Code?
Yeah, that was one.
And a ton of other things. And she's hilarious. And she's touring she got a tour coming through Michigan. Please welcome Jessimae Peluso, everybody.
What's up? Oh, I get the snaps, the poetry
Yeah.
snaps.
There you go.
Sultry.
Yes.
Came right out of your hair.
Thank you for doing this. We know that you drove from who knows where. I decided to get you to join.
Oh, yes. Oh, my Lord. I have one for you in my bag.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I made
that's
this
like-
for you.
Shut up. Did you pull it out of your hair?
No,
Yeah.
I made you a little.
Are you serious?
Look
Yeah.
at that.
You made a succulent?
Yeah.
Are you a Viking? Who
My
is this
real
guy?
passion in life is succulent arrangements.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I didn't even know what that was, but
It's
yeah.
a succulent.
He's a master.
Green and green. They go
This-
together.
You just pulled this out of nowhere.
For a guy who's off the grid, he's a romantic. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean,
He's a
geez.
seductive psycho.
Are
and
you
I love
off
it.
the grid?
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty off the grid.
Wow, that's why your hair is so luxurious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have like the technological chemicals infiltrating your whole soul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sleeping outside will do that for you.
Yep, that's a good
Wow.
point.
Yeah.
He likes to run naked through the woods.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
That's the most freeing thing you could do.
Do you do that a lot? Is that your thing?
Whenever I can, just rub my lady taint on a creek rock.
I love that. I love that. That's great. Man, that sounds like a great name for an album, by the way. Lady Taint on the Creek Route. Like, if you decide just to put out a country music album.
I think I might have to now, and I think I'm just gonna. The cover's just gonna be this joint and this succulent.
Yeah.
On my lady taint.
Nothing wrong with that.
That'll be the
Yes.
censorship.
You told me you were getting ready for a special. Are you still working on it?
Yeah, I'm
What's
still
going on?
working on that.
Half an hour? What are you thinking?
I don't know yet. I think it might be a weird increment, like 37 minutes.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Right? Why do we gotta just cut it off at an hour?
I don't even think it needs to be an hour.
No.
I think 30 minutes is fine.
30 minutes is great.
And I feel like bad. I'm like, I should put out an hour. I'm like, but I know I have a murder 45,
Right.
50.
Yeah.
And I think I just might put that out.
Just put that out. Why does it have to be some increment that everyone's done? Just do. You could do a 38-minute, 12-second special.
You know, I put out a double album. The first album was me straight killing. The second album was me eating a dog's dick for like an hour in Sacramento. Just eating it, dude.
Their dog's dick is just decadent.
I
in
just had a
Sacramento.
fucking red lipstick dick in my face. and dude, I mean, it was 5 minutes in. I'm like, this is unusable. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna lay into these dudes and I'm gonna light them up. And for the rest of the hour, I just light these motherfuckers.
You light up the whole room.
Oh, just boom, 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 boom. Like it looks like a scene from The Matrix. I'm just shooting everybody. Boom, boom.
Did they like it?
Oh,
Some
yeah.
crowds love to be jabbed.
Sometimes, like, you know what I'm really good at? Flipping rooms. I got told
Yeah.
that all the time this weekend. Like, wow,
Yeah.
you flipped that room.
I've
Because
been
like
told that a couple times. It's fun.
my will to kill is stronger than their will not to laugh.
Yeah.
It becomes a battle of wills, and I will win every
Yeah,
time.
and that mentality will make you win every time for sure.
And if I don't win, I promise you, I will burn this motherfucker down.
You'll torch the fucking town.
I can't.
You're gonna torch the town.
Why come to the comedy show not want to
Sigourney
laugh?
Weaver against Alien,
100.
torching
I'll come
the
on,
town.
little fucking weird little robot thing
Yeah,
with
the-
fucking lobster
and you
claws.
just grab the whole audience and you're like,
Yeah, and dump them.
That's from being in the OR all those years, huh?
Yeah, that's just sitting in that OR following every crazy person and just, you know, I mean, I'm sure you did in New York City a lot where you had to just go up to some weird-ass crowds and some badass situations. And
Yeah.
it's really a blessing, though. Like, there's a lot of people who get fast-tracked, and I feel bad for them. The key is to learn all the fucking tricks.
you got to learn all the tricks. And you know, the other thing that I always say is you can never, even if they're shitty, you can never blame the room.
Right.
Because if the room wins, that just means you don't have enough, arsenal and armor in your pocket.
Right. You don't have enough.
You don't have enough.
Tricks in your bag of tricks.
Right, and there's so many comics that throw crutches up there, so they have an excuse to fail. Oh, I'm high, I'm drunk, I'm sick, I'm whatever. My left nut never descended. Like,
I don't know how many times that's happened to me, and I just power through it.
you gotta power the fuck
I'm like,
through.
oh, please let this nut drop.
You
show.
just
Oh, fuck, they're introducing
please let
me.
it drop.
Please let
Just
it drop.
let it drop.
Please.
And
let
that
it.
will to want that that's the drug of comedy. For me.
What? When you go on stage, what is the most important thing for you to do?
Connect to the moment. Be in that moment.
Like
and convey true emotion.
Yeah. I love to just, I don't care if they're going to like it or they don't like it. I just want to be the most honest I can on stage.
Yeah.
To the point where it's brutally honest.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I don't know about you, but I get off stage. There's a line around the block. The first guy's like, you're the greatest comic I've ever seen. Next person's like, go fuck yourself. I
Yeah.
hate you. And then it goes one next, boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom,
someone's
boom, boom.
crying. Some lady hands you a baby.
Why, if you should not go to a comedy club if crying is in the options of the night?
Yeah, unless the crying you're cool with and you have a breakthrough personally.
Right.
I mean, comedy is
Like you just woke up, you're like, yes! Yes!
Yes!
That multi-layered, well-crafted dick joke, that's what I've been
Yes.
thinking.
You gave me life.
Yes.
Yes, I've been dating assholes my whole life because I can't get over my past. Yes, I don't give my husband a blowjob anymore because I hate men. Yes, I don't like to, date girls who are nice because my mom was a cunt. Like,
Is blowjobs work? Are they work?
yeah, anything.
Do
that's
girls
worthwhile.
tend not to like them?
I love them.
You love them.
If I love somebody, I love them.
Richard Pryor said dick is addictive.
Yeah, I mean, dick can make it can make you change religions.
Yeah.
But pussy can too. I mean, look at the history of existence. Wars were fought over pussy.
Yeah.
Like, pussy's powerful. We didn't have to be there. Motherfuckers were being killed.
Yeah.
Helena Troy, hello.
Yeah.
Like people were, kingdoms
fucking
were
power.
fallen because of
Right.
pussy.
I have a theory that vagina can't be racist. Well, it can be racist, but it can't have women can't have sex with somebody that they're not attracted to so much. Men, like, you could be the most racist guy in the world. You could be a grand wizard in the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
And you could still want to bang Beyonce.
Well, it's just because genetically and biologically, you guys have a lot of semen, and you have to get rid of it every day. You're like pop, 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 pop. You're like a machine gun.
Right.
And it's every day you're refreshing your nut.
Yeah.
Women, we're born with all the eggs we ever have, so we covet them a little bit more. It's
They're already in you? They're
Yeah,
not
they're
like,
already in you.
They're
You're
not
born.
percolating?
No, you don't get a fresh one. It's not like.
So you have a set number
you have
in
a
you.
set number when you're born.
And and it's kind of like when you buy a gumball for 25 cents, you put it in,
you put in a
click
quarter,
and an egg comes out.
Yeah, sometimes you get like a weird little keychain thing. There's like a green plastic army guy and a keychain. That's a dud. Toss it out.
Tuck that
Not
out.
gonna get a baby with that sucker.
Yeah.
But that's why you guys want to bang everything, and women, we want to we're a little bit more strategic with what's going on. We don't even realize it.
Well, because there's way more of a investment, I feel.
Huge investment.
Like you got this thing, you become an apartment complex for somebody.
Yeah.
They're living there, right?
That is so. Oh my God, there's so much synergy going on right now. I just started writing this.
Trying
new
to get
joke.
pregnant.
Not about trying to get pregnant, but the ideology about like women being a little bit quicker to wanting to define what the relationship is on early on. And the joke is called pussy landlord. Like you're the landlord of your pussy.
Yeah.
And so you got questions.
Yeah.
Like when you rent an apartment, you got
There's
a
some
referral.
slum lords. There's some
Right.
like real asshole
Yeah,
lords.
some asshole lords.
There's some cool
Some
lords.
cool ones. Like you can pay late.
Yeah, man, just give me the rent when you can.
Right. And
I
that's
get it.
indicative of who you are as a person. Like I have questions. I want to know. Like you're gonna do month to month. You want to like to stay in this apartment for a long time. You're gonna fuck up my floors.
Yeah.
You better get some flood insurance.
Yeah.
You know
you
what
better
I'm saying?
take care of this
You
shit.
better take care of this shit. You better not Airbnb my shit.
Yeah. There's no. Yeah, I always said that. Like, hookers were the first. What were those called? When you share drivers. Hookers.
Yeah.
Rideshare.
Ride shares. Yeah. Hookers were definitely the first of the ride shares.
Yeah, for sure.
They're the first DIY people too.
Yep.
Do it yourself. They're like, fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
I don't need a pimp. I'm gonna sell my own shit.
No, I got that. And the women were running brothels. That's some baller shit right there.
So I was at a strip bar this weekend, then we'll get into our
Nice.
thing. And you know what? I usually don't go to it, okay? Because
I feel like that was a lie. You looked right in my soul.
no,
I'm just kidding.
I usually don't go. I just, you know, man, I just did it for a long time, and I'm kind of over it. And then you live in L.A. long enough, you just kind of get beaten down with, if you're like a caveman knuckle dragger, you're like a piece of shit.
Right.
And if you don't want to march with chicks and like
Yeah, there's so
co-sign-
much. Oh God, there's so much compartmentalizing of like who you are and what's your plight, man.
So you don't want to get in any of this shit.
No.
And so, I had a fan of mine who, this guy named Taylor, hits me up. He's like, "Hey, dude, I posted something about these robots during CES at Sapphires." He's like, "I work there. I'm a big fan." I'm like, "Oh, can you get us in?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, I'll send a limo, take care of you."
Shut up.
I'm like, "Okay, this isn't me. I'm not that dude, but okay, I'll do it, man." So he comes pick us up, and I get there, and man, instantly, my monkey DNA starts going crazy.
Does it?
Oh yeah. It's just the caveman comes,
Yeah.
and I just become knuckle dragger.
Is that at every strip club, or was it this one in particular?
This one in particular?
Because the ladies are quality.
Quality.
And is it like sultry, like a little, give and take, not so much like just tits out? Is it a little more teasing going on?
There is. It was like girls were like, now I understand what it's like to be a woman at a bar and you don't want to make eye contact with anybody.
Yeah.
Because if you make eye contact with one of these strippers,
You're done.
They're like
Wallet's out.
They're like T-Rexes.
Yeah.
They see you, they pounce real
they're
quick.
on it.
So you're just looking down the whole time. But they were gorgeous women, and I'm really into like fucking black chicks.
Yeah, I knew
like,
it.
I love
I
black
knew
women.
it.
But it was so funny because my friend was there, and it was 3 white guys, 1 black dude.
Good.
And the black dude's a friend of mine. Came with no cash.
What the fuck?
No cash.
You got a credit card? You gonna
Everybody
swipe
else
it in
has
the crack?
cash. Nobody's got cash. Nothing. Who do the strippers love?
You.
The black guy with no cash.
Really?
Could not hit on him enough.
Had
I'm
they
like-
known he didn't have no cash?
Dude, he in front of her goes, "Can I borrow $20 for a lap dance?" She's
No.
like, "Give him $20. Come on."
What is it about him? His pheromones? Something he must have had something going on.
There's also something weird about strippers because they're so insulated into their world. It's such an isolated world.
It is an isolated
and
world.
It's just like it's their world. And they're strippers, and they strip, and they go home, and they make a gazillion dollars. They don't own a couch. They own a car. They own
rent
fucking
everything.
nothing. They sleep on a beanbag. They fucking got no.
Sleep on a beanbag.
I always wanted to be like financial consultant to the strippers.
I know.
Let me
They're
take
like the
your cash
rappers.
and invest that fucking shit.
Seriously.
See how much money we can fucking make on
Yeah.
this shit. But it's just interesting how he's just like. And there's more about this guy that I want to get into because he's a good guy, but he's a shady motherfucker, right?
The black guy shady?
Yeah, shady as fuck. And I don't want to get into it because he's my friend, but he's a shady
I feel like he owes
motherfucker.
a lot of people money.
A problem.
On
Well,
that
he owes
20
me
spot
20.
at the club.
He owes me fucking 20, dude.
Shit.
And when he goes, can I borrow 20? I go, I'm never going to see this 20 again
No, you're
ever
not.
in my life.
Goodbye, 20.
So he gets lap dances, the girls just fucking flocking to him.
Nobody flocked to you?
And I know, because I got these fucking
You
glasses
wore your creepy
on.
Robin Williams 1 hour photo glasses?
Yeah, I just anybody else who wears these glasses, stylish. I wear them. It's just like dude's got a van with candy.
Yeah, it is a little van with candy, but I still like it on you.
What kind of glasses? Any pair of glasses I wear, they go straight to creeper.
Yeah. You should. Did you take your glasses off when you went to the strip club?
And then I'm blind, and I don't know who I'm like, oh, I'm probably getting lap danced by trans, some
You're probably
fucking dude in fuck me pumps grinding on me. You like that? Fuck it, I'm $20 in, finish
You
off.
might find out some stuff about yourself, though.
Hey, dude, teach your own, dude. I mean, I was out there in Vegas. These trans, first of all, they're everywhere in Vegas.
They're everywhere, and they're hard to tell.
And, dude, it's like they're like apps.
Yep.
They're working out the kinks.
Yes, they are.
You know, the original app versus what the app is now.
It's not even. It's light years away. And like the post-op, especially like Brazilian porn. You ever watch Brazilian porn post-op tranny?
Oh,
It's a very
no.
specialized category.
No, why do you watch it?
I've seen it.
Do you like what kind of porn do you like?
I'm into like some black eye porn is fun.
Black guys with white chicks?
Yeah, that's fun.
I was just talking about that the other day. That to me, there's maybe not from your perspective, but there is a lot of like deep-rooted racism in interracial porn. Like really oh, this poor white girl.
Yeah.
She's got to suck all these black dicks. Oh, what bad fucking decisions did you make? And oh, you're going to have a black baby. Oh, poor black. Oh, poor. It's like that is what and you can tell by the way the guys talk.
It is. It's like getting back for hundreds of years.
Right. Oh, your husband owes us money. He's got no cash. Guess what? You're gonna pay that white ass girl, and it just becomes this fucking weird
It is
thing.
a weird. You're right. It's a weird racial. It's like it's not even an undertone. It's like the overtone of the films.
100%.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just so filthy. Everybody wants to watch
it is a little, yeah. And I don't watch porn a lot, but like once in a while, you know, if I'm tired and I just want to go to bed right away, I'll pop on a little bit. But
you go to sleep to porn?
Sometimes, because you know what? Sometimes I'll have sex dreams because of that. It's like the last thought before you go to sleep.
You have now when you watch porn, you got to watch it different than how a guy watches it.
I'm annoyed by the lighting.
Who do you? I've been there before. I used to do a lot of coke, and I'd be like into like a 8-hour porn run, and I'm just looking for cinematography at this point. I'm looking for
8-hour porn run.
I'm just looking for a director who gets it. Okay.
I mean, just don't act. I don't want any acting. I don't want a storyline. I want it to feel like these people just found each other in a mall and they're gonna bang.
I get that, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what you want to believe, dude. But when you watch porn, do you want I know this is gonna sound so dumb, but do you watch it from the girl's perspective, or are you watching it from the guy's perspective?
I'll interchange it. Sometimes I'll imagine I'm the guy. Sometimes I'll put myself in the girl's place. Because each one of us, we have feminine and masculine qualities to us.
Right.
So I think to experience your full sexual spectrum, it's important to tap into both of those.
Because some of this shit is just getting straight up stuntman stuff.
It
this
is
porn is
I
just like
mean,
full contact. Do you ever go like, oh, that's got hurt?
Yeah. When you get when you think about like the physical thing that's happening, it can be like, wow. I mean, does she still have an ovary?
My friend had the funniest joke. He's like, I watched this Asian chick bang this black guy, and it was like a Pringles can black dick, and she took it in the butt, and just like a champ. He goes, I haven't seen that kind of heart since fucking Ward Gotti 2. You know, like two fucking boxers just not giving a shit. It's just so weird. Does it ever influence you to go to be like, I might try that?
Not necessarily. No, that's the thing about fantasy for me. It just kind of sits in its own little pocket in my mind. It's not necessarily something that I want to come to fruition in real life. It's just something that I utilize for sexual fodder.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Now, do you feel that I've always felt that romantic comedies to women is what
Porn is
porn
to guys.
is to guys.
100%.
Like we somehow want to believe this is real.
Yeah.
And we expect this in life.
Yes.
And then we sometimes get Actually, you know what's so funny about guys, and maybe I'm wrong, you know, I feel like guys like talk a big game,
Yep.
but at the end of the day, it's like bump, bump, dump, you know, sleep.
They do talk a big game, and they also talk a big game about like themselves and like what they want and what they've done, and it's just all this like grandiose showboating.
What have you
very
learned?
very few people can be real.
What have you learned about men sexually? Like if you go, someone goes, "Hey man, what do you when it comes to sex? Is there a golden rule you have about men, or this thing like no matter what this that this is what I know?"
I would say one of the biggest mistakes men make, and maybe women make this as well, I can't speak for them, is that men come into sexual experiences and they bring everything they've ever learned from everyone other experience into this person. So like instead of just feeling out the moment, the body, and the person, they bring everything that they've learned, which I get. It's
Right.
experience.
Right.
But you gotta also like
The first time? Are you talking about the first time?
sure, you know,
I
like
feel like guys are really worried about repeat business.
so
We're
worried
all
about repeat. Yeah, you want that second
that
sale.
Yelp score, getting a repeat business.
And that's your biggest fucking mistake.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that second job because you're not going to get it if you're thinking about it. It's the same thing with like comedy or anything in life. Like you got to be focused in the moment. Same thing when you take the stage. When you take the stage, are you thinking about your gig in fucking Wichita?
No.
If you did, you would
Be
fuck
in the
up.
moment.
Be in the moment.
Be Buddhist about banging that ass.
Fuck yes. If you're going to go into an asshole, don't think about the next one. Focus on the one right in front of you.
Yeah.
You know? And don't ram it.
Yeah.
Talk to it for a minute.
Talk. You know,
Yeah.
take your time.
Fluff the pillow around the asshole.
I just think people need to learn to fucking treat the butthole a little bit more respect.
A little bit more respect and like a little, you know, a little reckless abandon and also just like gentle. Like guys are so in the porno thing. It's like bam, bam, bam. No, I am not like a steak you're tenderizing for dinner.
Right.
Like you get so much further with less.
Yeah.
Less is so much more. And there's this woman that I know who has since passed away, but she was a sexual, she was kind of like a sexual therapist. And she had videos on how to massage yourself as a woman. And she had videos for dudes to show you how to massage a woman. It's all around the main area. It's all around the nipple and the tit. It's all around the vagina. It's all around the asshole.
It's not the actual
It's
nipples.
not, no.
So you don't want me doing any tuning
kind
in
of
Tokyo.
a little bit. Yeah, tune in
Some
Tokyo.
girls like that.
Yeah. But it's
all
more
so
like teasing.
interesting. It's
Yeah.
so interesting.
It is very interesting.
Women are just so like you can't
vast.
sing ones into another, and
No.
everybody's in. You got to crack every single code.
It's a new nut every time you got to crack.
When we met each other, real quick, what are your dates so people can find you?
I'm in February 1st through the 3rd. I'm doing a mini Michigan tour. The 1st is in Lansing. The 2nd is in Grand Rapids. The 3rd is in Detroit. And then I'm going to be in Vancouver, British Columbia for the weekend of, after Valentine's Day.
Canada's
Comedy
the
Mix.
shit, dude.
Canada's the shit. Jessimae.com for tickets.
Where's it, Vancouver? You're gonna be?
Vancouver,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, I did.
I love it
Was
there.
it the Comedy Mix or the Comedy Line that was up there? And I'm doing stand-up, and on the table, people are just doing rails of blow while I'm doing stand-up.
What year was this?
This is about 8 years ago.
Holy fuck.
Just doing rails of blow while I'm doing stand-up. I'm like, holy shit. And we're across the street from a fucking
Of course.
police
They're
department.
like, we're not going to get arrested, eh?
And it's so weird.
We're
man.
fine.
But you and I met when you were doing Mo Mandel's podcast.
Yeah, Mo
In the-
versus the world.
And I think the subject was horror films, right?
Horror films, yeah.
And you
Horror.
love horror films.
I love them. I live for
Why
them.
I think women love to be scared.
Women love to be scared in a controlled environment because we're scared in life so much on a general basis.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you leave here thinking everybody's gonna steal your vagina, right?
Well, yeah, there's always that, like, you're always looking over your shoulder. Not always, but often, at least every day, at some point in the day, you're like, is a man going to come out from behind a dumpster or this alley or this street or this car and fist me against my will?
Do you feel that is...
New album's going to be called Fisting Against My Will, by the way.
Dude, love it. Love it. Love it. Now, do you feel that's because there's just a reality of that? Or do you think it's like the pop culture media just constantly trying to make everybody think the boogeyman's out there?
You mean as far as like men coming after women?
Yeah.
I could tell you 6 stories that I could think of off the top of my head where I was either assaulted, a dick was put in my hand. When I was 11 years old, I went to the store to get my mom milk. Sounds so generic, but I was with one of my other girlfriends. This guy just came at us with his dick out. I've had
unbelievable.
The plethora of experiences I've had that were against my will. It's insane.
That sucks.
It sucks, but I don't victimize myself, and shitty things have happened. The first time I ever had sex, I was raped.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's like my introduction to sex. But I've learned to incorporate it into my life and my comedy because the more I talk about it and normalize it instead of just crying on this podcast about it, the more people can learn that it's a real thing.
If you want to cry, we could use the ratings.
Yeah, I'll cry right into your lap.
I like
That's
that.
what I'm going to do.
That's a weird fetish I have.
A little lap cry?
Yeah, a little
Is
lap
that your
cry.
porno category?
Yeah, that's on Pornhub. Lap cry. See Asian girls crying. So you're into horror films. What's your favorites?
But I want to answer your question. I do believe that the media definitely plays the other side of it, where they pump it a little bit too much. Because then you got these girls who ride the coattails of the situation, #MeToo, who they're like, I was brushed up against in the produce department while I was looking for a kumquat. That's different, Becky.
Yeah.
That shit's a lot different.
And it's just weird where people are so desperate to make it in this town that
Yes.
they'll hijack a situation thinking that it's going to lead to some weirdness. Like, I have a friend of mine who did it, and I don't want to get into saying her name, but I just like, where do you think that's going to lead to?
Where's it going to go? It's no good.
Lead to? And like, it's like, did that happen, or were you trying to get a role?
Yes, because that happens as well. That happens as well, and you can't just brush this broad stroke against men and call them all these terrible things. You have to look into the stories. There has to be accountability, but it has to be accountability on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just gonna believe someone just because they say it? No, let's find some. There's a justice system. Let's use it. You can't just burn people down to the fucking ground.
It's almost like, I think it was just, we talked about this on the show before. I just think it was the studios trying to peg off each other's the guys on their TV shows to ruin their fucking brands. Just going back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Louis C.K. has to be like, fuck, man. If I could have just, a month later this came out, I would have been fucking fine.
Yeah, you've been fine.
He has to go to Aziz Ansari. Got off fucking really easy. He's going to keep his show. It's just, it's so...
Yeah, so Aziz keeps his show, right?
Right, I think he's going to keep his show. My opinion on Aziz,
it's so
I don't know
wacky.
if you know him. And
I don't know him personally.
I just, like, he doesn't treat people nice, so I'm not going to really go to war for him. Like, there's people that I know that, like, I've had a couple people who, whether they were on Twitter or trying to get it on Saturday Night Live, and, people are attacking them, I'll jump in the fucking...
Right, when you know they're a good person.
I'll just start swinging on people,
Yeah.
dog. You can't kill what's already dead. I got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So, like, you're not going to fucking ruin anything in my life. My career is bulletproof. It is... I fucking make my shit, and nobody's gonna not see me because I said something mean,
Yeah, you
so
own up
I'll
to
get
it.
in there, but not for him, dude.
I've heard that about him.
How he's just treated comedians. It's like fucking rough.
Yeah, and that's not good, man. That comes around to bite you in the ass.
I never thought that, but I 100% believe karma comes around.
Fuck
dog.
yeah.
Comes a fucking round.
And how you
dog.
treat people is indicative of just who you are as a person.
100%. So let's get in this horror film because it has
Yes,
to do
I love horror
with
films.
our. We had a nice little 30-minute. We're probably gonna get yelled at because we didn't stay on topic. But I would rather talk to you about what kind of porn you watch than anything else. So
Yeah, about rape and porn.
rape. Hey, well, you know what, man. This whole thing, like, with the Louis C.K. jerking off, and I think he's gonna do stand up sooner than later. But people try to act like that wasn't traumatic. When I was in college, I was going into I went to the library at UNLV and I went to the history section.
Yeah.
I turned down the thing and this giant black guy was just whacking it. And it
In the
was
library?
in the dude
Silence
loves
gets him off?
reading, loves to read.
God.
You
The
know,
Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe really gets him
100%.
his chub up.
Yeah, dude.
He was just yanking in the library?
yeah. yeah.
Would you say? Did he see you?
I'm like, oh, my bad. And I turned around and I sprinted out because I thought he was going to
God.
flip out.
You thought it was
But
your
that's
fault.
what he gets off on.
That's
kinda
some
like,
bizarre shit.
People, dude, someone told me they were at a Janet Jackson concert upstate New York. And they just turn around, this dude's just jerking off
In the concert?
in the concert.
Oh my God! I mean, that's you. There's just people. There's guys that are like in jackets on subways jerking off.
You
That's
know what it
happened a
is,
couple
ma'am?
times.
When men don't get laid, they get weird.
Yes, they do.
When women don't get laid, they get angry.
Angry.
They get Nancy
So
Gray's face.
Angry. That a truer statement could not have been said.
They just like want to rip dicks
Yeah.
because they ain't getting any.
Yeah, because we like to fuck too.
Yeah.
We like to fuck, and the more assertive and maybe type A that you are, you need some D.
You
You
need,
need
some
D in your
fucking
life.
D,
You don't
dude.
get it. You're just like
Drop some hammer.
Sigourney Weaver burning the alien.
Yeah.
You're torching the fucking town.
You're fucking Nancy Grace trying to find Casey Anthony.
We're gonna find her. Somebody fuck me in my mouth. I need to be mouth fucked. That's what happens. You better get some dick.
Yeah, you see an angry lady, ask her if she needs a little dick. Huh?
Yeah. If somebody's angry, get them a cup of water, a sandwich, and a dick.
Yeah.
One of those things will solve the problem.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm an expert in this. What do you need? Water? Sandwich? Dick? Which one is it?
Dick.
By the
dick
way, that's
sandwich.
every porno. But like this girl the only way she's gonna be saved is she gets dick. That is
Yeah.
every fucking porno.
That,
right?
someone should make a horror movie where a girl, like, the only way she can get energy and power is by getting a dick, hopping on it, fucking it, but then her pussy eats the dick.
Oh.
And then the energy from the dick, she goes and she saves the
like
she saves
Venus
the city.
flytrap style?
Exactly, yeah.
That's so interesting and scary all at the same time. Speaking of scary, you love horror films.
Love them.
What's your favorite?
Probably The Thing, the second one, John Carpenter's.
Really?
Mhm.
What about The Thing did you love?
I love that they used actual animatronics for the special effects. I love that it was Kurt Russell in his prime. I mean, hello,
Yeah.
Kurt Russell with
Yeah.
the hair and the baby blues.
Do you like old school Hollywood men or new school Hollywood men, or maybe both?
Old schoolish, yeah.
Can you go for some like Clint Eastwood or Lil Magic Mike? Which one is it?
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman.
Yeah, Magic Mike, I mean, he can dance, but I don't know. He's a little too pretty boyish for
Paul
me.
Newman or Brad Pitt? Which one's
Brad
better?
Pitt.
Brad Pitt was able. We were talking about this weekend. Brad Pitt was a gorgeous human being that could play ugly people.
He could play ugly people, and he could also play dumb, smart, chill. He's so dynamic as an actor, and he can get dirty.
And that fucking Viper pussy just destroyed him. Angelina Jolie destroyed
But that's
him.
what can happen, man. That's a girl who's got some deep-rooted issues. She is a viper for sure.
Well, if you grow up in Hollywood, it's gonna be crazy.
yeah,
And
she
she's
was
got
a baby in Hollywood.
some crazy kids. Did you see Get Out?
Yeah.
You like that?
That movie fucked me up. That was so well done. I love that he kind of carved his own little niche in the genre, in the horror thriller
It is
genre.
crazy how that blew the fuck up, huh?
Yeah, and it was perfect timing. I really think it was. It's like one of those things. Like if that movie had come out 10 years ago, we'd be like, "What?"
How funny is his kid and Chelsea Peretti's kid gonna be?
Or just horrifically numb and just mundane.
Or just some weird fucking nerd
Introvert.
asshole?
Yeah, yeah. A mathematic wizard.
I just think like Tom Segura. Who is the heavyweight championship couple?
You have to go coast and coast though.
Yeah,
you
who
know?
is it?
On the East Coast, it's Rich Voss
Rich
and
and
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
That's
and
a-
West Coast, it's Tom and Christina
Yeah.
P.
Like if they
I
had
would
to go head
agree.
to head, that'd be a battle. That'd be a great battle
show.
between Christina Pajinski and Bonnie McFarlane.
Yeah.
Those are two chicks who can drop hammer.
Yep.
And they got a fucking nasty attitude.
Yeah, and their moms and their wives.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I'm surprised
I will
they
watch
haven't
it.
done
I know.
that.
Why haven't they done that? East Coast versus West Coast, Tupac, Biggie
The
shit.
problem with comedy contests is just that it's so subjective.
It is.
And it's just it's never everybody who goes, oh yeah, that guy was the best.
Well, that's why whatever the winning is should be arbitrary.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you win, it should be something really dumb and useless.
If you had someone like Dave Attell, Doug Stanhope, Joe Rogan, Bill Burr as the judges,
Jesus.
I would love to see that competition
Yeah.
between those two.
If you had
because
those judges, yeah.
they wouldn't go for any tricks.
No.
They're so hard to impress because they work at such a high fucking level.
And they're all in their own lane, and they all represent their own little like style, and they've all mastered what they do.
Mastered.
Yeah.
They're all different levels, like like Bill Burr like walks out to standing O's, you know. But my favorites like Doug Stanhope and David Tell. I mean, they're just such masters.
They're so
of
masterful.
Darkness.
And in the way that it's almost like the way a lion hunts, the way their comedy resonates in like throughout the night, throughout their show. It's such a, by the end of the night, you're like, oh, I just got murdered.
Yeah.
My soul was just fucking murdered
And
because it's like, you know, it's so strategic.
I love that they're like, it's just like, oh, I can laugh at this and the world's not going to fucking explode.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm a big horror films. I've loved them forever.
Really?
Love them forever,
I love
man.
that we have that in common.
You know, I mean, as I get older, I'm more selective about which one I'm going to go
Me
watch.
too.
Because I know there's a lot of the like tricks and all that
Yep.
stuff, you know. But for a while, there was a big Japanese horror film with the cat kids and all that shit. And, you know, like
What
the
was
meow,
that?
meow, 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 like the kid, meow, they're coming out of the well and all that
Oh
shit.
yeah, there was a lot of that. Yeah, that whole genre.
What was that?
kind
The
of-
Ring forever? The Ring
The
was
Ring, and then there's like, well, the actual one was Ringu, which was like the original, and
And-
then there was like the Grudge.
Yeah. And it's just weird ass shit.
It's always like it's just like baby. It's just children who don't have parents. There's just like neglected children,
Yeah.
and wet children in closets.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just always fucking
always
playing in the mud.
With terrible hair. Like, get that kid a haircut.
Yeah.
And a dryer. He's cold and hungry.
Do you know how hard it is to be Asian and have a bad haircut? It's fucking.
You got one
real.
option, straight.
Yeah. Or you got Dragon Ball Z now too.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Like
It comes out.
Mortal Kombat, right? From Supercuts and shit.
All right, so imagine sitting in your living room one night,
Oh, here we
late
go.
at night, reading a book. You begin to doze off. Then you suddenly hear a harsh knock on the front door. And you spring to full attention. It's super late. Who could it possibly be? You make your way to the door and peep out the peephole, and there's a dark silhouette of a small figure in your distorted view. You open the door, assuming this is a child. You are right. Staring back at you are two eyes. They are pure black from lid to lid. Then slowly moving forward, this kid asks, "Can we come in?" And you notice there's two kids behind this child. "We're lost. We don't have anywhere to go. Please let us come in." You gonna let these kids in your house?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Callcare.com, bitch. I ain't got time.
It's like, what happened? Did the Morrissey concert not work out for you, huh?
Yeah. What did R. Kelly let off a bunch of fans
What
down the
is-
street?
With your little black, and then they got in black eyes. Do I notice they have black eyes yet?
Coined as the black-eyed children, this phenomenon spans continents, and with each passing encounter, these strange children seem to become more and more aggressive.
Wait. This is people are claiming this is happening.
This is real shit.
So happening since the 90s.
Oh my Lanta.
So
Are you for real? I
Yeah.
smoke too much weed for this shit to be real.
Yeah, dude. People not.
Do you do this? Do you find like real phenomena, like horror
This
phenomena?
is a conspiracy podcast.
Oh, that's so dope. I love that.
So we
So,
just-
do you think it's real?
Dude, I've learned that anything is possible by doing this podcast. That there's so many different things at work right now that if you said aliens are real, I go, yeah. Deep state's real, yeah. Lizard people, why not?
I get all my information from your Instagram.
Oh,
like
well-
all my news.
Well, it sounds like you're a well fucking educated human being.
Whenever I'm like, this is real.
Yeah.
You fuck my mind up. Like in the morning, I'm like, what?
Dude, I love it. Thank you, dude. I'm trying to stay woke, homeboy. Stay woke.
Stay woke on weed.
Yeah, dude. Smoking.
Yo,
I think we found my exact opposite.
Oh, yeah.
am I your exact
Aaron,
opposite?
Aaron believes in
Yeah, I
nothing.
don't believe anything Sam posts.
You
Aaron
don't?
just
I don't.
Aaron just loves baseball, stuffed crust pizza.
You're an only
and,
child.
and making
No.
love to
You're
his.
not? You're the oldest?
Nope.
What are you?
Youngest.
You are? Of how many?
2.
Oh, shit. Your parents are still together?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why. That's why he's such a freak.
Yeah, that is freakish.
Because your parents stayed together and it all worked out, and you probably all love each other.
Yeah.
No.
Probably all talk to each other once a day.
Do you do missionary and that's it?
No.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
No.
He went, no. What?
Oh, yeah. There's no way this guy doesn't just
I thought she meant missionary
sweat
work.
on
I
top
was
of
like,
his lady. Just
Gentle thrusting.
4 pumps of fucking death.
Gentle. 4 pumps an hour.
No. My
Slow
fault
one.
if that's
Do you
all
think
she
he
needs.
talks dirty? Do you talk dirty?
No, he talks.
Is this? Are you?
He
I
talks
can see Aaron going,
encouragingly.
"Oh, yeah.
He encourages her.
You complete me.
He's like, babe, you're doing so good.
Yeah.
You're gonna accomplish all your dreams. you're gonna be fine.
You want to invest in Bitcoin?
I can't even breathe. I'm looking at the succulent with the joint chilling in the pot.
So
That's some freaky shit,
Yeah,
man.
dude. These kids show up. They knock on the door. Like,
check it out. Black guy children are an urban legend of supposed paranormal creatures that resemble children between the ages of 6 and 16, with pale skin and solid black eyes. They're reportedly seen hitchhiking or panhandling, or if you counter them on your doorsteps of residential homes, they're always asking if they can come in.
That sounds. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like extraterrestrial punks.
yeah.
That sounds like aliens from another galaxy that are coming here, and it's just the same thing as like kids that light bags of shit on fire and throw them on your doorsteps. They're just messing
They're
with
just
us.
emo
They're aliens.
Right?
Totally. They're just like, oh god, we're bored here in Andromeda. We're gonna go down to
Fuck
Earth.
you, Mom. I don't want to clean the spaceship. Fuck you.
How many times do you have to go through the wormhole on Saturdays, Mom?
Mom, you're not my boss. I'm going to kill myself.
Go to the Milky Way Home Depot next week. I'm going to Earth, bitch.
They just get on their bikes and fucking drive. They're
Yeah.
like, fuck this shit. Let's go fuck with some old people.
Let's go fuck with some humans.
And like, what did they do? They hit doorbells too?
They knock on doors and windows, and they ask to be let in.
They sound like vampires. Why can't they just go in?
See, there's many theories on that. Their voices have like a real monotonous, kind of like my voice, and they have high-pitched giggles. So initial reports are what termed them black guy children have been popping up since the 1990s. And it seems like it started in the U.S., but in the U.K., especially a place called Staffordshire, have with notorious sightings and spread to all parts of the world.
Why just in the 1990s?
Yeah, what happened?
What happened? What about like the early 1800s?
What happened in the 90s? Yeah.
Yeah, what happened? Was it in Living Color? Was it a sketch from In Living Color?
It's just rave culture, man. They just come out of a rave. Their eyes are just like,
These are kids who OD'd on Molly and shit.
These are like
The 90s? What was that?
Yeah, what
They
was
just
going on in
loved
the 90s?
Friends. You got pissed when it got canceled. Now they just roam the places, scaring grandma.
this sounds like some Japanese shit. This is
Yeah.
American?
Yeah, if it started in the U.S., it's always like in weird suburb spots. The scenario is rather similar, whether it is experienced a child will show up at a person's door, lost, hungry, and needing to use the phone or the bathroom. They tend to speak in a real monotone voice, like mine, and they are never accompanied by adults or animals of any kind. These mysterious visitors never physically force themselves into a home, but always ask permission to enter.
That's some vampire shit.
So-
They're alien vampires.
So they, let's say I let them in. What do they do?
They fuck your shit up. They eat your asshole. Not in a good way.
There's very few.
What's a bad way of eating your ass off?
Like you
rah,
die.
rah, rah, rah.
Like actually swallowing pieces of it.
Oh, that's so weird. Like fucking with a knife and fork and just eating your butt?
Yeah, like a beef stroganoff.
Oh, dude, ghost eating butt.
Yeah.
If I was a ghost, I'd eat butt.
Wouldn't you?
I've been eating butt since '85, so I'd be like, ooh.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Healthy appetite.
Who doesn't eat butt? Is this weird? Do black guys eat butts now? Aaron doesn't
Aaron
eat ass
definitely
at
doesn't
all.
eat it. Look at him shaking his head.
Aaron does
Are you
not
kidding
eat
me?
ass at all.
yeah, I do not.
You
no.
don't?
No, that's an exit door.
Not
It's
in the shower?
it's a soul.
You
It's
don't
an
think
opening to your
you're-
soul.
You don't think your wife washes it down, hoses it down?
A good
Doesn't
woman.
matter.
You know what? I clean her in it a little. I get in there.
Dude, I shampoo my asshole.
Yeah, I do too.
I get in there, I shampoo it
Yep.
up, I clean it
Yeah,
up.
absolutely.
I mean, I wouldn't even let anybody go down there, but I just like to make sure it's like squeaky clean.
Crisp. Yeah, you want it crisp.
You know?
Aaron's not going in there. It's an outdoor.
I've watched so much porn, I could tell what chicks' buttholes probably look like.
Oh man, when it's a bad butthole, I'm out. I sign off. I need
A
the
lot of
butthole
guys,
nice.
you see a lot of bad buttholes.
Guys' butthole. You guys kind of get it past. Just
Are you talking
'cause-
with chicks?
Yeah, I
You
want.
go both ways?
And I don't go both ways, but I think women are attractive, for the
Right.
porno situation.
Right,
But when it's a
right.
disastrous butthole, I'm like, oh man, that's just
Got wrecked,
your
right?
your dog's just shaking.
Yeah.
She woke up with the butthole talk.
Yeah, look at her butthole. It's a
it a good
heart.
one?
It's a heart. You got a heart butthole.
Let me look.
Yeah, she will.
I don't want her to bite me.
She won't
looks
bite
a
you.
little
She
scared.
hasn't bitten anybody forever.
Okay.
So what do they think these kids are?
Well, I don't know. They're pale skinned and they always seem to have flawless complexions.
That's a vampire, bro.
Yeah, the features are Caucasian, and they never appear in the forms of any other races.
30 days a night.
Are there ever black ghosts? I know it's like the hackiest premise ever, but
There's gotta be.
are there ever black ghosts or Mexican
There's
ghosts?
gotta be. Like
Guatemalan ghosts?
Hector Gonzalez, like, hey, I'm here, man. You know,
Yeah,
help me
yeah.
out.
Pues, boo.
Wait, hold on, ese, yo.
Yeah.
¿Por qué está dead, man? Why am I muerto, yo?
I do your lawn. I fucking got a fucking leaf blower. Like, it's always white guys from the
Leaf
1800s.
Yeah.
Why is it? Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Why do you think there are ghosts? Do you have theories?
Did you see the movie A Ghost Story?
No.
It's not a horror movie, but it's interesting theory on why there are ghosts. I think it's just maybe it's just like a loop in the time. Like you get stuck someplace.
I think it's that you die a violent death.
Yeah.
And your energy, when you get reabsorbed into the world, there's something fucks that's transfer, and you're stuck in this realm, neither here nor there.
Yeah, you think it's really
They're
linked
always
to violence?
violent deaths. No one's like, oh, I'm a ghost. I died doing coke out of girls' buttholes. So much blow. No, I just hang out. It's always some violent fucking death.
It is, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I've seen some stuff where I've just been like, what was
Have you seen
that?
ghosts?
I've seen stuff that I couldn't explain. You know, I was like, I went to sleep. I went to bed, and my boyfriend at the time had fallen asleep, and our room was pitch black, and I saw like a faint blue glow on one side of his bed, and I was like, I don't know what that was, and I just turned over to my side, and then I looked at my side, and there was like two of them on my side, and the room was pitch black. There was no light that got
There's
in.
just a blue glow.
It kind of, if I'm gonna be completely honest, it kind of looked like a woman and a child.
Really?
Yeah, and the kid waved at me, and I waved back.
Then you're like, oh, okay, turn on the porn, go to sleep.
I waved back, and then I put on gangbang porn, and I went to bed.
The sweet sound. I like the sounds of the ocean. I like black dick slapping in the buttholes. What do you think, Ryan, ghosts are?
Oh man, I fucking hate it all. Cause look at I don't like scary movies. I didn't even like researching this. I was only doing this into the daytime. Once it came night, I was like, no more black children.
You didn't want to look into it.
No. Black-eyed children. We love black children.
Black-eyed children.
Yeah, they're black kids are great. They're in commercials. They're selling Target. They're fucking great.
Yeah, because I go out into the woods too much, man. I'm not as much as I'm in the city, I go and hang out where every horror movie starts. There's just like, I can hear a coyote, and it's like, oh, the credits are rolling right now on my life. Like,
Oh, yeah. You get nervous about that shit?
Yeah.
Have you seen a Sasquatch out in the woods?
Never a Sasquatch, but I've seen some weird shadow-like person.
What?
Like, there's three of us. Juan De Niro was one of them, and my buddy Nick, and we were talking, and something just went right through the three of us to where we stopped talking. We all watched it walk through, and we looked at each other like, what the my famous quote was like, I ain't got time for this, and I just like walked away and like immediately went to sleep.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for
Ain't
this.
nobody got time for this. I got bronchitis.
So every time we talk about that moment, I'd be like, I ain't got time for this. So
That's
I
insanity.
believe in all that shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
I
all
believe
this
in it.
energy we have inside of us just goes away when we pass. I don't believe that.
I think
that's
you get
that's too
reabsorbed
depressing.
unless something bad happens, and then they just fucking haunt stuff.
Or there's you have like stuff you have to handle. There's unsettled business.
well,
Yeah.
Sam just sealed our fate. He was on the Stevie Weeby show with
Oh
Steve
yeah,
Lee.
you should do this with
What's
us.
Stevie Weeby?
It's my friend. You should do his podcast
It's
too.
Bobby Lee's brother, Steve Lee.
Shut
And
up.
his show's called the Stevie Weeby Show. And Sam was just on the last episode, and he decided that me, him, George, which is Steve's producer, and Steve are going to sleep at the Comedy Store.
Overnight.
There's a guy in the room, right?
I've seen
In
shit.
the what have you seen?
I've seen.
Justin Martindale says the same thing.
I was in the green room at the Comedy Store.
Which upstairs?
In the main room, green room.
Okay.
And I'm just by myself. Suddenly I hear the faucet turning, and water started going in the shower. Just like, water started running.
I don't know what's more terrifying, the story or the look on your face.
It was scary as shit, dude.
Your eyes are so wild.
So back in the day, I back before the Comedy Store was just cooking with gas. I was running shows in the main room, and like we put like 150 people in there, and it like that main room's so big. You're like, oh, there's nobody here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do all these promotions, and one thing I do is I would put posters up everywhere around the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
So I go into the lobby, and like Jeff Ross and a bunch of writers for the roast were there because they were getting ready for a roast. And I walk in, I'm like, hey guys, I go to put up a poster, and I realize that I didn't get any thumbtacks. So I'm like, okay, I'll be back. And I go, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta get thumbtacks, and they're just sitting in the main room. It's no shows going on; they're just hanging out. So I go back, and I come back about 5 minutes later, right? 5 to 10 minutes later, I come in. They're all still there, but now the lobby is pitch black, and I'm like, did anyone go into the lobbies? Did you see anyone go by? They're like, no, nobody's gone by. I'm like, why is the lobby light off? It was just on. I just ran and grabbed some thumbtacks from a Pink Dot, which is a block away.
Yeah.
And came back pitch black. And I'm like, oh, fuck, and I don't know how to turn on the light. So I walk in, dude, and it's pitch black, and there's just one sliver.
Oh, God.
One sliver.
Oh.
And, dude, this white light that I don't know where it's coming from. Just white light. It's not from, there's no street. There's no nothing that could cause this light. There's no light.
Yeah.
Just a white light. And then I just see something pass right in front of it.
Fuck you.
And I'm like, fuck this. I'm gone. And I ran out, dude.
Holy fuck.
And so Sam's decided that we're gonna sleep there, and I was like, let's take it up.
That's the way. Look at you. You like to be scared. You talk about women liking to be scared. You're like, a ghost went through my body. We're gonna sleep with it.
Yeah,
do you know where he wants to go?
So
the
he
other
says that
place he wants to do is this fucking hotel. Tell her about the hotel.
Stanley Hotel.
The Cecil Hotel.
Have you heard of that?
That sounds scary.
Yeah. Have you heard of that?
The Cecil Hotel, Texas.
It's in downtown LA. It's
oh yes, I have heard of this.
They've renamed it since, but it's famously from the turn of the century. There's like serial killers and people that like operated out of there. Richard Ramirez stayed there, the Night Stalker, when he was doing his murders.
Didn't that show kind of touch base on it?
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
The American Horror Story.
The American Horror
That's about
Story.
The hotel is
Waka-ga.
the entire season. Yeah.
It's freaky as hell. That season.
He wants to stay there overnight too.
Find Richard Ramirez's room and do a podcast at 3:33 in the morning.
The Witching Hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want in?
Did your mom not love you as a child?
See, I'm an idea man until we say go, because I don't want to stay at the Comedy Store.
I want to see you there just
Not
to see all that
only does
hair
he-
standing up.
He wants to stay at the store. He wants us all to stay in our own room.
Yeah.
Fuck you. That's
you
cruel.
get the
That's
main room.
cruel.
You get the belly room.
Yep.
You get the dungeon that is the fucking podcasting room. And we're all supposed to just sit there by ourselves in the dark. Fuck that.
No, you need to all be together. And you all need to snuggle, and there needs to be penetration.
Dude, we need to be together, and we need to hang out, and we need to just, like, go ghost hunting. Me, some crazy Asian.
Yeah.
You with your hair. You should hang
I'll
out,
go.
too. We'll bring lanterns like we're fucking
Night
Indiana
vision
Jones
goggles.
and shit.
Yeah.
I'm so down
We
with
got your
that.
dog. You'll be Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, dogs are good detectors of, like, the paranormal.
Dude,
Keep them around.
Sarah Tiana's dog comes over all the time, and we just watch the dog just stare at ghosts. He'll just walk up to this thing, just be like,
Where?
in my place.
Is your place haunted?
Hell yeah.
Where isn't in LA haunted?
Stop.
You'd be like, oh, this Taco Bell. It's haunted. Everything is fucking
Everything.
haunted.
Yeah, because there's been so much deprivation and despair in this
Everybody's died somewhere in this town.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that's fucking
town. That's
haunted.
true. It
So
is a
there's
very
ghosts
haunted town.
everywhere, dude. But he wants to. That hotel scares me more than the Comedy Store.
Yeah, because it's not as nice as it was in the
'Cause
show.
I know there's something at the Comedy Store, but it hasn't killed anybody yet. People died in that hotel, dog.
Yeah, that's
In
that's-
that room
there's
and in that
bloodshed.
hotel?
Yeah,
And
yeah. Look
Why
at his
you give me
eyebrows.
creepy eyes, dog?
Look how excited he is.
Gonna get some black-eyed motherfucking kids coming up
Yeah,
here,
you are. They're gonna
talking mad
eat your
shit
ass.
to us, eating
do
our
it.
butt. I want to see that episode. Yeah, and then he just started tonguing my asshole, and I didn't know what to do because it felt good.
So I just let it happen, and I fed him a sandwich. I asked the ghost if he needed water, a sandwich, or a dick, and he wanted my asshole.
That's best case scenario right there.
That's freaky, man.
So what
All
else?
right.
is there?
So, are they normal human children, possibly kidnapped, subject to some sort of medical experiment or mind control?
They could be kids who got kidnapped into this fucking pedogate shit and were killed, and then they just roamed because nobody
Here it
helped them.
comes.
What?
Here it comes.
Dude, we're going to do this Dan Cummings show where he doesn't believe in pedogate, and we're going to have it here, dude. You're so funny, man. Penn State, Michigan State.
Oh, I don't argue they're out there.
What is it?
I
What
just don't
is
know
it?
that it's this. I don't know that the Clinton Foundation's involved.
What
but
is it?
We'll
Tell
see.
me.
We'll see.
Like, we got to do that. Basically, there's this theory that the world is ran by Luciferian pedophiles that run everything.
Oh, yeah, I've heard this. Yes.
And he doesn't want to believe it because he loves stuffed crust pizza and baseball and fucking making love eyeball to eyeball. That's
Slowly,
what he believes
4
in.
pumps an hour.
4 pumps and
4
dump.
pumps staring over here.
With a sleep.
4 pumps dump. With your
With
gentle
I
encouragement.
love you, baby.
With your whispers of encouragement right into your wife's ear. I bet you probably whisper them in her butthole because you don't want to lick it, but you don't want to completely deny
I can't.
it.
So you eat the box, but you don't go down to the poop chute.
Yeah.
You just stop at the box?
Why?
Because I don't want any part of it.
Why don't you let her know who the fucking man of the relationship
yeah,
is?
let her know.
And just own that shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to send you some gifts.
I like the fucking ass goggle. Like, just put the butthole on my face and breathe through it like it's a fucking oxygen mask.
Yeah, it's the only thing that's going to save you from the apocalypse.
Yeah, and maybe these fucking ghosts like to do this too.
Maybe they do. Maybe they like to get right in there.
Get in there and fucking they'll do.
But you have to
ghosts
invite them
love to
in.
do the rusty trombone. That's what they like to do.
Absolutely.
Like to eat it and then.
Especially if they were musicians who
They do
died
like
a
the
horrible
Dizzy
death.
Gillespie fucking.
Jesus Christ.
Go on.
All right, so let's see here. Where did we leave off? I fucking don't know.
You left off saying that they were like little scary children.
They're
with-
kids. They don't know if they're ghosts. They
Yeah.
don't know if they're experiments.
Yeah, experiments.
Yeah, there's a theory floating around that the internet stating that the black-eyed kids are a product of a CIA experiment gone wrong.
Wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt that.
So the CIA during the Cold War wanted to weaponize the occult and recruited a Catholic priest from Nebraska to summon demons used by a military intelligence against Americans' enemies abroad.
They just keep dancing with that devil, dog. They just keep dancing with that devil.
But what if
man.
we sided with the wrong one? What if maybe
With the wrong devil?
Yeah, what
Like
if
the
the
good devil? We're like, oh, dude, should come over to my house. I'm sitting at home doing nothing. Well, you said 666. No, I said 669. You went to the wrong house. You went to the other. He's an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
It seems
the
like there's
wrong
like
one.
stoners in the deep state. They're like, wake up and what's scary? I don't know, kids.
Well, they get all
How
the
about
good
black eyes?
Terrifying.
Fuck yeah, let's get on it, man. I know a fucking priest in Nebraska. It's
So
down.
these kids were probably like what, sacrificed?
I don't know. There's all
Like
these ideas.
like 11 and
Like
fucking,
Jennifer's body. What happened in that movie? She was
and,
sacrificed.
like basically but basically Stranger Things.
yeah.
Yeah, most of the black-eyed children sightings happened randomly to random people. As this phenomenon has been studied intensely in the past few years, researchers have been looking in for patterns, but are unable to find any. Super random. Many believe the kids represent a type of psychic vampire in that they inspire fear in those who see them, and somehow inspiring fear is their nourishment.
But what is there any sort of proof of this? I mean, it's just hearsay and people
they're
just
just, like-
saying, looking through my hole through my door.
Oh,
I mean, I lived in New York City for 10 years. I've seen people like that. They were just delivery people. And they
Where's
were-
that video that you
So-
sent
Oh,
me, dude?
God. There's a fucking video.
Yeah,
So-
creepy video.
Oh, Jesus.
Most
Why'd
of-
I ask?
Most have heard of Roswell or Area 51, but few have heard of Cannock Chase. Cannock Chase is a place home to some of the strangest events and sightings ever to occur in the British Isles. 2,000 years ago, a Celtic tribe known as the Cornwall, which means people of the horn, occupied this majestic woodland. This location has an abnormal sighting of UFOs, odd lights, werewolves, Bigfoot, black cats, aliens, and many, many reports of government officials sneaking in and around the perimeter of the town and the forest.
This sounds like the plot to Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Straight up X-Files, right?
Yeah.
So this is where
Sounds like a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
when they talk about black-eyed
It's
children,
like a bukkake of fucking bad
A
decisions.
bukkake of fear. We should probably buy a house there.
well, maybe there's some bad mojo in the soil, because on October 16th, 1959, the governments of the United Kingdom and the Federal Republic of Germany made an agreement in Staffordshire. The German War Graves Commission made the necessary arrangements to have their dedication for a German military cemetery for those in World War I and II to be placed there. It contains 5,000 German and Austrian graves. That's a lot of fucking dead Nazis
Before or
Yeah,
after?
to have in your town of the UK.
Oh,
I know,
yeah. Imagine that.
So not just a normal.
like-
that juju.
Yeah.
Would you want to be walking over that juju? In the
Like-
6 feet under?
Where are you from? Uzbekistan. Is that where all the dead Nazis are? Like, that's got to be who wants to be the city that gets dead Nazis?
I know. I mean, the housing has got to be so cheap.
Oh, my God. Just imagine your house. Like, oh, I just bought this house. And then you read a newspaper. City agrees to take in dead Nazis. And your house just plummets.
Yeah, we were gonna sell it, Stanley. God damn it!
You're like, God damn it. Now we live in Detroit of wherever country we're fucking
We'll
at.
never get on HGTV now.
Yeah.
So we got
Flip this graveyard.
Flip this Nazi house.
so we got dead Nazis. We got sightings of black-eyed children, but it doesn't end there.
Oh,
According
Jesus.
to the local legend, originated when World War II had just recently ended, and British and American scientists joined allegiances to conduct a series of peculiar experiments. The test went too far, they said. Allegedly, they abducted a woman, hypnotized her, and impregnated her with artificial human pig DNA seed.
What a
on.
nightmare! I mean, who's gonna babysit that kid?
Yeah.
Care.com, no thank you.
These chicks will fuck anybody.
Jeepers.
In an attempt to create a creature to perform their test upon. The scientists closely monitored the woman for 10 months, and they finally determined that the horrible test did not work. A year later, they were stunned to discover her pregnancy was severely delayed. She bore a human baby that had the snout of a pig face. Much later, this creature retreated to the woods of Cannock Chase to avoid the prejudicial glances of human eyes. For decades, people have since then reported seeing a tall man with the head of a pig roaming through this mysterious landscape.
PETA better get up in there and save his ass.
No shit, dude. That guy definitely eats ass.
That guy's definitely he
If you're
does.
a pig, you're eating butt.
He's truffle butter.
Truffle butt, get in there.
For sure.
We add this to our British tour to where we're going to go sleep in the woods.
Fuck that.
You guys down?
Scientists just won't leave it alone. Like they're creating robots and AI.
I know, it's a
and
man.
It's just never gonna stop.
It's curiosity killed the cat, man.
Yeah, locals even have a saying, when night falls, into the woods at your peril, for inside lurks something worse than the devil. Avoid at all costs the gathering place, where at
Jesus.
midnight the pig man roams at Cannock Chase.
I wonder
Is
if
he
he's
single?
got a pig dick. You know,
They're
like
teeny. Aren't they
no,
like
no,
swirly?
no. It's like the swirly dick.
But they're little.
I think they're big.
Really? They're
Yeah.
long and skinny.
Yeah.
But they're like,
It's like a silly straw in your vagina.
that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Also sounds like my 8th birthday, so
Yeah.
maybe not so bad.
Man, you had an interesting fucking birthday, huh? Let me put the silly straw in there and see how it feels.
You got a pretty mouth.
Women love shoving stuff in weird places. Every girl I know.
Guys, it's all you guys do with your dicks.
That's true. It's also that it's like I give away vibrators in my show,
That's nice of you.
and it's just amazing how every girl's vibrator is broken. Oh, I need a new one. Mine's broken. It's like, what are you doing? Exorcisms
No,
on your
they're
vagina?
they're getting
the
cheap
power
ones.
of Christ compels you. The power of Christ.
The power of clit.
The power of clit compels you.
They're buying cheap ones. You got to get Scandinavian ones. You got to get good ones.
Those is that where the good stuff
You got to
comes
spend some money on your vibrator.
from? Yeah, dude.
Mine was
I'll
like
get you one.
$250.
I'll get you one.
I would love a new one.
Yeah, I'll get you a new one.
Yeah.
We're doing naughty shows once a month now in Vegas, and we have a toy company that
That's
we
great.
give away. Yeah, dude.
That sounds
Go
fun.
out there, hand out some beaver whackers.
So should we? Everyone's
Beaver
favorite
whackers.
time?
They're great at Coachella.
You ready here?
Oh God, what's gonna happen? I'm terrified.
Aaron.
Don't be an idiot.
Hey, Ron. Well, you better be sick, dead, or mute. Hey, Ron. You done messed up, hey, Ron.
You filthy animal.
Aaron, thoughts?
I mean, I am creeped out by children, particularly the British. Actually, I hate British children. This is a real thing. Ever since Mary Poppins, I've hated British children because they
Wow.
ruined that fucking movie. It's all fun and games. We're dancing with fucking penguins, and then it's I want to feed the fucking birds. Fuck you, you weird ass kid. We're dancing with penguins.
Wow.
Paintings are coming to life. We're flying. Fuck the birds.
Whoa.
Jeepers.
I think we
Right.
broke Aaron.
Yeah.
I think we finally broke
We
Aaron.
found a point.
Was
for
he
him.
talking about anything we talked about today? I
Hey.
just feel like he
Hey.
just
Children.
had a
general.
bad fucking time at the zoo, and
Yeah.
he's just teeing off on animals.
on acid?
I love
Yeah.
it. Hey,
He was
Animals are
flying
great.
as well.
Animals are great. Small British children.
I think you know what I think you need, Aaron?
What?
A teaspoon of sugar
Makes
helps
the
your
medicine
anger go down.
Sure.
Now, do you I like British black boxers.
Sure.
You ever hear them? Because
Yeah.
you expect them to
Lennox
be
Lewis.
like, yo, this is my house. This is the young come in my house. And they'd be like, well, you know, I peppered him with a couple shots here and a couple shots there. And you're like, where did this come from? It's like my favorite character in Guy Ritchie films are the black guys
Yeah.
because they know everything.
Like Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
I met him once.
Oh,
I was
really?
bartending, and this is years ago in New York, and it was during the day. Very tall man, very attractive man, and he was there with a little white guy, and everyone kept stopping and asking him for autographs. And I went up to him. I'm like, I'm assuming you're somebody. I just don't know who you are. And he laughed. He's like, yeah, I'm somebody. And he still didn't tell me. So I literally Googled British athlete, black guy, and he came up.
That's so great.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy.
Yeah,
Really,
well,
really, and he talks.
You know what you
he's
find?
he's-
That the guys who are involved in violence tend to be nicer because they have nothing to prove. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
MMA guys, nicest dudes in the world.
They get their aggression out.
Yeah, they know they have nothing to prove.
Yep.
They've laid it on a line 1,000 times.
They're in gladiator sports. That
You
organized
know who's not
anger.
cool? Theater nerd dorks in Hollywood who just keep doing Me Too shit because
Entitled.
they don't know how to talk to women and they think every chick wants Japanese anime porn sex and have a fucking octopus fucking tentacle in their vagina.
There are a lot of guys like that out there.
It's just-
They're so gentle.
It's so weird. They're just like they get this power in this town and they don't know how to handle it.
No, they don't.
They don't. So and like nothing turns women on more than money, power, and fame. It's just plays into their. There are women out there who want to be known as the chick who fucked that guy.
A
There are
lot
girls
of
who
there's a
go
lot of
around
women like that.
They're like, yeah, I fucked this dude, you know. And it's just like, you know, what would impress me more if you could have fucked him and you turned it down. I could have fucked that guy, but I said,
That's
go
my
fuck-
style.
yeah, that's
I
way
turn that
more
shit down. It
impressive.
doesn't turn me on at all.
I mean, like your bucket list. Women, like my, you know, what's really funny is my buddy decided to have an open relationship with his girlfriend,
Cheapers.
and
creepers.
dude, he regretted that after like 2 months.
It's the sort of thing. It sounds so good, but
Dude, the guy thinks like, oh yeah,
you can
I could
handle it.
bang
No,
some other chicks.
no, it's not. It's not as great as it sounds. There's too many rules, and then people actually have feelings. Guys have feelings. Women have feelings. That shit is too sticky. It's too sticky because once you get a taste of the cake, you want the whole fucking cake, and then the cake's not enough. You want an eclair. You want a donut. You want a donut dipped in dick juice and fried, and then smeared with jam. Like it just never ends.
Yep.
I had a girlfriend like to put fucking chocolate pudding on my dick.
Wow.
What are you into, Ryan? We don't know any of your weird kinks for
All
a
your
dude who likes to
secrets.
just run through the forest naked. What's your weird thing?
I think you yodel when you.
Do you like to talk
climax.
dirty?
I have nothing.
You
I have
nothing?
No.
I feel
Everyone's
like you
got
fuck
something.
angry.
No. No, this is
Do
me.
you cry?
This is me. Like, I don't.
cry?
I don't change it up.
Are you a
man.
crier?
Do you pull your hair back at least?
Yeah, I pull it. I put it back into.
Are you like, okay,
a
gotta do
man
this,
bun.
don't want to get in your fucking...
You literally look like the guy from Beauty and the Beast. You look like
He looks like the
Mid-
Beauty and Beast fucked William Dafoe.
mid-metamorphos
There you go.
from
Like
man
halfway
to
through?
beast.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Like, you ever go to your high school reunion and see all your friends get fat, and it's almost like they were turning into the Hulk, and halfway
Yeah.
through they just stop?
They stopped.
It's like, I'm tired.
You should use that joke. That's funny. That's really good.
Oh,
I
man,
enjoyed
what a
that.
fun podcast.
This was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I love this subject matter. It's right
Oh,
up my
dude, we do
alley.
weird, crazy shit.
I like that.
We were all over the place, but I like it. I mean, it's like, I don't know what the ending, I don't know, what's our final conclusion?
Yeah, where can everyone find your stuff?
Jessimae.com for all tour dates, and
Mhm.
I have a Sharp Tongue podcast.
Yeah, I know.
That's all over, where you can find podcasts. Then I'm on the social medias. I'm Queefy May on
I love
Twitter.
that name. I love that name. And I
Rogan
also,
made fun of me. He was like, Queefy May, really? I was like, yes, you better fucking sign
I
up.
love it. I respect a girl that can fucking pop one out. Right? Girl
On
does
Command.
it-
Queef on Command is my special.
Yeah.
I got to figure out a name, but that'll come to me.
This pussy be barking. That's what
yes,
we call
that'll be the follow-up.
Aaron liked that one. Yeah, man. This has been a great podcast. Sorry you took a week off. We'd love to have you on. I think you should come do this haunted house stuff with us.
Honestly, it's a bucket list item for me, so.
So what do you want to do, the hotel? Or do you want to do the fucking comedy store?
Either one is a crapshoot because
So we want to shoot it as a TV show and try to sell it.
You
Like
should do Comedy
comics
Store.
doing comics, like fucking ghost hunting.
you should do the Comedy Store. That'd be a great pilot.
How funny would that be?
Yeah.
Freaky and funny.
And you can call it, the Comedy Store.
Just
horror.
us, some crazy Asian guy that says he got fucking finger blasted by a demon one time. Demon came
Bobby
in
Lee.
and fucking started DJing his vagina. And then us. And it'll be a lot of fun.
That sounds like fun.
I made this
I'm
special
down.
for you, Sam, so here we go.
All right.
Yeah!
Trailblazing. That's what Ronins do.
If you say Ronin one more, I swear to God, if you say Ronin, you're not a fucking Ronin.
Yeah, dog.
No, you're not Japanese, you're not samurai, you're none of that, man.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You're a nasty mouth.
I'm not a
Let me
nasty
just
mouth.
say this.
I'm a young Christian warrior.
I would never hire you. You don't know anything. You and your fucking friend here, Shag.
I'm concerned because there's nothing wrong. How long from night to night you find me?
Such a
Wow.
weird, fun, weird, crazy.
Do you
podcast.
make